Guys, I know football like I know it. That had to be just hell on earth, that fourth quarter. You guys emotional, those guys emotional, you guys fighting, those guys fighting. Let's hear about the fourth quarter. Tom Abdelnauer.
And Tennessee's wants to drive on us. They've got some good players. They've got some good running room, and they're moving the ball down the field. They're coming at us, and we're sitting there thinking, okay, we're going to bend a little bit here, but they're not going in. They are not going in no matter what. And I remember right there at the fourth quarter, there was an option. The quarterback tried to option to the left, and three of us swarmed him and took him down, and that was the end of it. They didn't realize that we were going to play them that hard. I think they were kind of surprised that Florida's defense was going to be the part of the game that's going to beat them, and I think they were stunned, actually.
Steve Tannen, what are your thoughts on the fourth quarter against Tennessee?
It's too long. We're up 14-13, but we're not crushing this opponent. It's a tight, close game, and you can't help but have things go through your head, but you can't mess up. You make a mistake, and it could be the whole ball game. It's not like at the beginning you could recover from it. So everybody is really tight, but I think they're really tight too because we had made a couple of stands, and that had to discourage them being down there, being the big kingpins, being the SEC champs and stuff, and they get down into what they call the red zone, and they can't score a couple times. So we feel like we can stop them, but that we're not pretending like they're not a good team. We know they're a good team, and we just think that we can hang with them, and we hope everything works out.
I think that they thought that they had beaten Auburn and Georgia, and they thought that they had us. I think they were very confident that they had us. They were not going to lose to a team that had lost to the teams they had beaten, and I think they were a little stunned.
And that was classic old style SEC football. Their style was run the football, play defense, keep it close, and win at the end.
Yep.
You guys were the explosive team, so that they probably were. Just wait. They thought they probably had you guys where they wanted you.
They had to feel that way to a certain extent because, like John said, they probably did a better job against our offense than anybody had done all year. And so here's this high-powered, explosive offense that scored 7 points so far through three quarters, or actually 14, but. We scored 7.
Right.
But so what I'm saying, that they thought, okay, well, we got this team under control now. If we can just get our offense untracked, and we're thinking the exact same thing. We got them under control, and now if John and his guys who've done it all year for us, they can just go over the edge, and that's how everybody kept going until the bell rang.
Yeah, I think Tennessee actually thought they had the confidence going into that fourth quarter. Yeah, don't forget, they made 3 offensive scores, and we only had made 1 that game. So I think they thought that they were going to drive it down our throats, and they were sadly mistaken.
Mike Kelly, tell us about the fourth quarter from your perspective.
I got a lot of headlines that game, but it was a tremendous team effort of defense. If you went across and saw the goal line stands and saw the effort that was being put in by every player that was on our defense, it was an amazing thing to be a part of it. You could feel chills. I don't know about you, Tommy, but during that game, I was in like a glaze. I was in another world, and I felt just in that fourth quarter, I didn't think there was any way we were going to lose. I knew they were not going to beat us on offense, and I just knew that our offense was going to come along and do what needed to be done to win the game.
Yeah, and don't forget, Jack Youngblood played one heck of a game that day. I mean, he didn't make a lot of outstanding plays, it looked like, but he was solid against their run all day long, and he hurt a lot of guys just with those mammoth tackles. And Steve Tannen played up against this, I think his name was Lester McLean, a wide receiver. First time he goes out for a pass, Steve interferes with him. He gets a penalty. Second time he gets out there, they throw it down his way. Steve picks it off the guy. So, there was a lot of guys stepping up in that game. A lot of guys.
So the bottom line going into the fourth quarter, Gators ahead, 14-13. Hard fought fourth quarter. The Gators emerge. The last second ticks off the clock. Gators win 14-0. We're going to take a break right now. We'll come back with our final thoughts on Talking Old School, tribute to 69 Gators. Stay with us.